your boy Coach Rio. We're going to go over a little shot fundamentals, make sure that we have this proper shot technique when we shoot. So the base fundamentals is we want to make sure we have the key elements of balance. There's a lot that goes into balance. First part, we want to make sure that we work from lower half up. Our feet, we want to make sure are underneath our shoulders. They can be a little off-centered as far as equal or equal. They shouldn't have a large gap. We shouldn't be straddling when we shoot. We should make sure that our feet are pretty much underneath our shoulders at all times. Okay? Next thing we want to make sure is we got balance of our nose. We want to make sure that our head's not leaning too forward or way too back. We want to be centered right over our feet. I always tell the kids, nose above your toes. All right? This third thing we're going to balance is the ball. We're going to balance the ball on our fingers. There should be some kind of elevation between your palm and the ball. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it should be a little gap. It should never rest flat in the palm. We should always have a little elevation. And we want to make sure that when we're holding the ball that our wrist is always bent back towards us. Okay, that's going to come into play a little bit later as we talk through this shot. So we got the balance. Last part of the balance, though, would be your shoulders. We want to make sure both of our shoulders are equal distance to the rim. We don't want to have one shoulder closer to the rim than the other. They got to be both squared up to the rim. So once we've got the balance, then we want to make sure that our elbow is under the ball. If you're still working on a two-handed shot, you want to make sure both elbows are underneath the ball. If you have a one-handed follow-through, you're going to have dominant hand underneath, elbow directly underneath. You don't want it sticking out like a chicken wing. You want it underneath. So you got the balance there, you got your elbow, and then you make sure one thing you're going to focus on is the rim. And what I was always taught is you want to focus on the back part of the rim, the furthest part from you. It's a round circle. Don't focus on the front part. You want to focus on the most distant part of the rim from your body. Once you got that, the last part is the follow-through. One thing that's vitally important to when we shoot and have good fundamentals is making sure we use our knees to start our shot. Once we got everything locked in, we're balanced, wrist back, ball elevated, nose above toes, feet underneath, both shoulders turns towards the rim, elbow underneath the ball, eyes on the rim. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to jump and push at the same time. The extension of your knees and your arms should all happen at the very same motion. And at the last top part of your jump and your arm extends is when you're going to flick the wrist. You want to make sure that the ball has proper rotation backwards when you shoot. It shouldn't be still, it shouldn't be rolling forward or have some kind of weird side spin. If you have everything intact, the ball should be rotating back at a high rate back towards you. So, turn towards the hoop. I always step about 5 feet from the line. You're going to balance the ball, elbow underneath, eyes on the rim, knees underneath you, bend, follow through, flick your wrist, center high, wave goodbye.